Hey folks, Bill here from Survival. Thank you for joining me today. I got another video for you. Today we're going to talk about some knives. So you've seen me post about this one before on Instagram and here on YouTube. Today we're going to go in depth after about a month and a half of pretty heavy regular use. So this knife is the Jorgensen Utility Knife. These are about $9.89, just under $10 shipped on Amazon. And that's the key factor here. These are under $10 shipped for this package. So look at it. You got the orange handle with the nice finger guard. The handle is a little slick. I've thought about roughing it up with some sandpaper, maybe adding some hockey tape to it, or even stippling it like you would a Glock grip. I haven't decided yet, so once I do that, I'm sure you'll see it on Instagram. It is an SK5 blade. I believe it's just about 3.5 inches, and it is a heavier blade. I think it's 2 or 3. I think it's an 1/8 inch thick. So it is a little heavier of a blade, and that's important when we're talking about this package, because a similar knife, the Mora 511, is about $18, give or take, might be 16, shipped on Amazon. And it's hard to see, but right there you can see that blade on the Jorgensen is quite a bit thicker and heavier. It's also a bit wider. It is a Scandi grind just like the Moras. Put this back for now. And I've been nothing but surprised with this. I bought this original one, got it home, used it for about a week, and was so impressed with it, I wanted to order another one to make sure it just wasn't a fluke. And it was not. These knives are both very surprisingly great. For $10, I don't think you can get a better knife. 100%. So if you're someone just getting into bushcraft or survival, I think this is what I would go with at this point, unless you're set on getting a Mora. The downside to the Jorgensens, they are made in China, which is unfortunate, but Jorgensen Pony is an American company. They have been around a long time. They've been making woodworking tools, so you had to think they're not going to put their name on a tool that is less than. And that's why I took the flyer at less than $10 on Amazon when I saw it and it popped up to try it, because it was a Jorgensen Pony product. I bought these with my own money. They are not sponsoring anything here, so this is just me after some use, giving it some praise. I've taken these over the last month and a half, used them pretty much every day in the kitchen. I've been splitting a lot of wood for the fire pit, carving, doing a number of things. For instance, right here, I did a couple of tri-sticks. These are the classic Morse Kahansky tri-sticks. Ripper notches, squares, beams, pot holders, drilling a hole, rounding. Got another one here, same deal, it's a curved stick butt. You got your root ripper, drilling a hole, your beam, your rounded edge, pot holder 90, and a point. And then I also carved a netting needle with it. This was carving a netting needle with a Swiss Army knife isn't too bad. Carving with just a knife is another project, and these handled it pretty well. It takes some time. You have to drill with the tip of your blade to get through, make your rounded holes. It can be done, and it did it surprisingly well. Maybe not as easy as this did, because it has a finer blade. It's thinner, a little narrower blade. But the Jorgensens did it no problem. Yes, it took some time, and it takes a little skill to do it, but it can be done. One of the key things that I really like about this knife is the fact that it's not a rat tail tang like the Moras are, like the classic Moras. This has a wide tang just about the width of the blade that runs down to right about here in the handle. So this is a full tang knife. This isn't a rat tail, it's just a hidden tang. So this is a very stout knife, and you can tell that when you're holding it as compared to like a 511 or 546. Here's a Mora Garberg for reference. You can see the Garberg is a little bigger. Handle is about the same length, but the blade is a little wider and a little longer. This is a $90 knife now. Carbon steel blade. Yes, it's Sandvik steel. It's a little heavier, so we have to give it that. It is a heavier knife, the Garberg. But this is not far from being to this. This aligns really well with something like the Bushcraft Black. I don't have a Bushcraft Black anymore to show you, but with the way the tang is, the blade size and thickness, this lines up very well with it. This is also pretty much a clone of the Haltefor's GK, if you've ever seen that. So I'm pretty sure these are actually coming off the same line in China as the Haltefor's GK knives. If you've ever had one, you can look them up online. You will see that they are almost identical. But the Haltefors are multiple times the price of this. So you're getting a better value with this Jorgensen than you are the Haltefors, in my opinion. I've been using these. I'm going to continue using them because I want to just see how they hold up. I do plan on ordering a bunch more of these, though, for my kids' classes. And these are going to be replacing these. Maybe not completely, but they are going to have their place. This is a more stout knife. So for firewood prep, when we're teaching kids how to safely use a knife, I think this is going to be our go-to. Another thing with these, I'm trying to make sure I cover everything. These sheaths, I like the sheaths on the Jorgensens more. You can see they have a thumb ramp here, which is nice to pop it in and out, because these sheaths have a little better retention in my experience than the Moras do. The Moras have the little grooves right here to push out. It's not bad, but the Mora knife, these Jorgensens, they have a little rattle, but you can see I'm trying to throw that out. Ooh, right into the fire pit. That Mora did no problem. Hopefully it's okay. It's a Mora, it'll buff out, but you can see I'm flicking my wrist. I'm doing the same thing, trying to get that to fly out. The retention on these Jorgensens is amazing. Then you have that thumb ramp right here. Pops right out. Belt loop similar to the Mora. I'm not trying to say these are some original idea. They're very similar to the Moras and those Haltefors. I just think, like the Haltefors, this is the same quality as the Haltefors, but at less than $10, and that's the kicker, guys. If you know someone looking to get into bushcraft, wilderness survival, you'd be hard-pressed not to go with this for under $10. You're not going to find another knife this quality at that price. You could easily charge 3-4 times that price for this, and I still think it'd be a good value knife. That's why I'm here talking about them today. Like, I'm not making anything from these. There's no Amazon link in the thing. I'm not trying to make money off these. I'm just trying to share what I found as a good value for people getting into it. So, is this more a killer? Maybe not. Is this an excellent option for someone on a budget? 100%. There may not be a better option for a budget than this on the market right now. So with that, I thank you guys for joining me and looking at these Jorgensen utility knives. I think these are a fantastic woods knife for anybody looking for a knife. If you're a longtime woodsman, you can't go wrong with carrying this. If you're a new person, you can't go wrong with carrying this. That sub $10 price is amazing for the quality you're getting here. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go pick up that Mora. Hopefully it's not broken or anything, but I didn't expect it to fly out that easy. I knew it would fly out. That's why I wanted to show you the retention on these. They're pretty good for a plastic sheath. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not really a knife reviewer, so that's not what I do here. I thought I'd share that with you because I do want to show people budget options when it comes to getting into anything outdoors. So anything that makes it easier for people to get out, I want to show them. And I think this is something available on Amazon to everybody for less than $10 that can do that. So thank you guys. Till next time, I'll see you soon.